Hello everybody, my name's Danloadable, and somehow it's the end of the year. Don't know when that happened, I must have had my back turned. Anyway, time for me to jump on the bandwagon and make an arbitrary list of random things I thought were either good or downright abhorrent in the world of gaming in this past year. Because as I may have said, it's the end of one. I'm going to keep this short and only have a few criteria, not do a huge list, because who has the time, honestly, and I'm only going to do games that I've actually played myself, because one, these are a subjective experience, so, you know, everyone's list is going to be different, and two, if I haven't bothered to play it, it's not something I would have enjoyed, because it's not something I'm into, therefore, shut up, I don't care. So, on with the vague semblance of crap I'm referring to as a show in this one particular instance. Now, this has been an odd year. In fact, there have been a lot of big sequels and big budget things, but not anything that really stands out as mind-blowingly phantasmagorical. There are a lot of interesting things. I mean, Arkham Knight would definitely be up there in the running for this. I mean, it's Batman, and they snuck the Joker in there somehow, because of course they did. However, you know, the ability to not be able to run over Gothamites because they made up a contrived reason to have them not there kind of takes some fun out of it. And Fallout 4, fantastic, love it. But there are a lot of little niggles that just make me go, it's good, but meh. So I think, strangely enough, my favourite, or my game of the year, hate that term, is actually Bloodborne from back in March, I do believe, as it's one of the last bastions of games that don't hold your hand and make you feel like an absolute putz. Well, it does, but in as much that you get your ass handed to you on a regular basis. It is hard, it is downright fucking weird and kind of spooky, and I love it, and surprisingly, that's actually my breakout game of the year. Now, this entry, in a way, is kind of similar to the last one, as it is incredibly difficult, but not in the fun way. It doesn't not hold your hand, it's just a load of crap. There's not so much a difficulty curve as a large, very heavy portcullis dumped in front of you, and then someone randomly pokes through it and just jabs you in unpleasant places constantly. Whereas things are kind of tutorialized in Bloodborne and Dark Souls, Xeodrifter is fucking terrible. It does not do anything to explain what is going on. It is ugly. Yes, it's meant to be all 8-bit, but it's just a mess of neon nonsense. It is horrible and abhorrent. I got it for free on PlayStation Plus, so I shouldn't be able to complain about it. But I will. I started making a video, and it was so damn terrible, I just shut it off in rage and deleted it and tried to expunge any trace of it from my memory, which obviously I didn't. So Xeodrifter, you are my fucking abhorrent game of the year. Now, on a lighter note for the indie scene, my surprise game of the year, or maybe not game of the year as I already did that, but surprise breakout is actually Kung Fury, a game that I got for, I don't know, dirt cheap. It was a matter of pence, really. I can't remember if it was on sale or just dirt cheap, as it was, but it is brilliant. I did a video on it, there's a link somewhere, probably down below. And it is bizarre. It's 2 buttons, and you'd think that would make it really tedious, but it's fun the way it's done, and it's addictive as hell. You get straight back into it once you fail. It is hard, but rewarding. It's enjoyable, the soundtrack is brilliant, and it also then made me go and watch the YouTube film that it's based on, and that's funny as hell. So it's just a winner all over, and it was well worth more than the money I spent on it. And now we come to the biggest letdown of the year, and I imagine for many people this might be the same, and that is Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Now, a series that I did used to really like, taking a foray out into open world gameplay, which I frickin' love. I like just panty-assing around, ignoring the story, and just doing whatever the hell it is I choose. It missed the mark on so many levels. The writing was just... And I mean, Kojima's writing is usually kind of a bit strange, but this was just naff. The open world aspect didn't really lend itself to that gameplay. It was still linear gameplay style. You just happened to have a big open world. And I say open world, there wasn't really much between things. Yes, you were kind of out in the Afghani desert for a lot of it, so there's not going to be tons of stuff. But it just seemed to have random set pieces and bugger all between them to do. Going around collecting bloody medicinal herbs can only sate my bloodlust for so long. It's why I don't go onto the dunes anymore. But it was... it had potential and they just squandered it. So, Kojima, you can very much have this award. I doubt Konami will go and take this one from you. You get my most disappointing game of the year. That's all I'm really going to do on these things, because a lot of people have umpteen big old countdowns, and you don't really need that, because they're just going to start repeating themselves, and I'm probably doing that already. Go and check out my random playlists of the funny stuff, because there'll be plenty of things in there that I rave on about that I've enjoyed, and a really good time sinks. Things like Race the Sun, that is amazing, I love it. Go check out that playlist. Like I said, there'll be some interesting things in there, so you can go and try and play them if you want to have a look at them, if you've got a PS4, or if it's one of the random free things I got to play on my PC, which I've started doing recently. I am actually hyped up on far too much caffeine and having a difficult time keeping a cognitive process going at the same time. I didn't actually do that. That kind of started happening independently. So I'm going to wrap this one up for now before the other one. Oh God, you've started as well. Sorry, I've lost my place entirely. Thank you very much for watching. And until next, am I doing this before or after? Probably after, I don't know. Yeah, after. So, what? For this year, toodaloo. God, that was a train wreck. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, toodaloo, and Happy New Year, I suppose.